Hello, everyone. This is Justin. I'm going to tell you a little bit of my experience teaching and my background of assessment. So, first question: what makes a good teacher? What makes a good teacher is one that understands students on an individual basis. They may not always have the answers, but they do understand and find a way to best serve the students. They're always attentive and open. They always allow students to make mistakes without crucifying them, belittling them. A good teacher is always looking to improve themselves in all areas. They know how to balance between one-on-one group settings. They're also engaging and know when to give students their space. They are perfectly imperfect. My experience teaching. I have been a substitute teacher for 3 years now. It's something I've always wanted to do, but it wasn't my first choice coming out of college. I kind of just fell into the position. So my experience recently, I taught for 3 years now, and I've been teaching kindergarten through high school, public schools. I had not taught ESL to this date, but I'm looking forward to it. It's always been a dream come true to study abroad, to live abroad, and teach students English as a second language. The role of assessment. To determine a student's needs before starting a class, so you can see where they need to improve. Without it, a student and teacher are not on the same page. In the language learning setting, you have to see where the student stands and whether they are beginning and advancing when they are learning the journey. A basic assessment serves as a guide of previous experience and a way to show progress. What makes a good test? What makes a good test? Material that matches up with what has been taught previously during a lesson or another class. Not just getting a good grade, but you actually using the material and language. I don't believe standardized tests are a good measure of what someone has learned, especially learned surrounding languages. A good test should reflect what a student has learned during a certain section and directed toward that topic. In a traditional sense, tests have been shown how much a student has learned and how much they have taken in from a book or teachable paper just says. But how does it measure more important things, like different situations and settings? How do I employ assessment in the classroom? This is a tough one. There's no one-size-fits-all assessment. Everyone has their own needs and strengths and weaknesses. I think a good mix of open-ended questions and multiple choice questions is a great tool and method. You don't know exactly what the student needs in the beginning, so there has to be a variety of questions, including experience with the language, comfort with the language, and how the material has conserved them moving forward in the future. Having covered this week's materials, what do I think is the more applicable teaching context? The most applicable principle I say is teaching context is principle of washback, giving students feedback and encouraging them not to just focus on what is right and what is wrong. It's not enough to just give students a letter grade and nothing else. There needs to be substance and a rapport created. I'm not a fan of validity, though it is needed. With washback, you can start an open dialogue and help students become more comfortable with opening it up and give them a chance to see where they messed up and see how they can get progress. Thank you.